live. How are we, lads? ProEnzo, Vidz, CJ Moxley. Alright, we're just walking in now for 10 Dragons and the Bulldogs come back. CJ Lorenzo. The atmosphere, the crowd is electric! How are we, lads? Here we go! Go the Cowboys! Woo!
Hey guys, Sean Media just want to do a big shout out to Rugby League Coffee Lounge. All the best this year, 2020.
Alright, oh yeah! Fuck! Welcome to episode 100 of the Rugby League Breakdown Podcast. My name is Nick from Australia, and of course, you already know that. Welcome to the number one Rugby League podcast on YouTube. Holy shit, episode 100. You're probably wondering where ProEnzo Vidz is. He's in a little bit of doubt. There's something big's come up. So we'll see if Lorenzo gets here. Hopefully he does. I'll let you guys know if anything does happen and he is ruled out. But holy shit, episode 100. We've got Cody Games PlayStation as a special guest. We've got Nathan, who's going to perform for us in just a moment. And ladies and gentlemen, it wouldn't be a great podcast without a special appearance from a special man. Ladies and gentlemen, he may put you in cramps. He's a funny guy. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get down on your knees for the king.
Oh,
There he
hey,
is.
how are we?
Ah,
I had
the
to make
king.
it. Episode 100. My internet's
I'm
fucked,
glad
but
you made
I
it,
wouldn't
King.
miss it for the world.
Mate, I'm glad
I
you're
wouldn't
here.
miss it, mate.
It's good to see you, King. Hello
Absolutely.
to the chat. We are getting a hell of a crowd building up here. We got about 28 people here at the moment. We got CJ, Paddy, Daniel Sexton, Josh Rabbitohs 2023, Christian, SS Storm fan, Daniel Sexton, Alan, Tom Evans, hello, Jason Reeder, hello. If I miss anyone, I'm sorry. It's just best sports in the chat. Will, holy shit. Apologies if I miss anyone. We got about 35 people watching the stream, watching the show. Welcome to episode 100 of the podcast. And we've also got a complete loser who we will ban. But Nighthawk Gaming is here
Who was
as well. That? Holy shit. No, just some wanker. Won't worry about that. For what we're going to do, before we get into the podcast, Nathan, in his beautiful Newcastle Knights gear, is going to perform for the show for episode 100. He's going to sing us, what, 2 songs, Nathan?
Yeah, I can do 2. I can do 2 songs.
How many songs you got for us?
Oh,
I think
You know the
put in a
ones we were
request,
talking
my
about
brother.
earlier. You know the one.
yeah. Yeah, what's up?
What's
Can
the
I
request?
put in a request there, Nathan?
Yeah.
What about that song by Susie Quattro, Stumbling In?
Well, stumbling in.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't know much of the chords yet.
We'll do it next
I wouldn't
time.
worry about that one.
Absolutely.
We'll do it
Next
next time.
Next time. All right. What we're gonna do? Me, Cody, and King are gonna disappear. Nathan, the floor is yours. I'm
The
looking
floor
forward
is
to watching
yours.
this. The floor is yours.
Sexy
All
mom.
right.
Cody King, I will remove his and I'll add his back in a moment. Nathan, here we go. Floor's yours, mate.
Shout out CJ Moxley.
All right. Everyone's doing okay as always. Hope you guys are fantastic. And thank you for tuning into a very special occasion for Nick from Australia and his YouTube channel. Oh goodness, where do I even start? I'll tell you what, I will play right it for you. The recent single. I think everyone knows it by now, so we'll get into it. From a jack to a king, from loneliness to a wedding ring, I played an ace and I won a queen, and walked away with your heart. From a jack to a king, with no regret I stacked the cards last night, and Lady Love played her hand just right to make me king of your heart. For just a little while, I thought that I might lose the game. Then just in time I saw the twinkle in your eye. From a jack to a king, from loneliness to a wedding ring, I played an ace and I won a queen. You made me king of your heart. For just a little while, I thought that I might lose the game. Then just in time I saw the twinkle in your eye. From a jack to a king, from loneliness to a wedding ring, I played an ace and I won a queen. You made me king of your heart. I played an ace and I won a queen. You made me king of your heart.
All right, that was outstanding. Holy shit. All right. What was the other one that you were going to perform?
I'll play it. All right. This one is, I'll get the chords right.
Yeah.
Here we go. This one.
All right. We're back.
Walk away. Be with my blessing. Once in a while, let me hear from you. If we never meet again before my life is over, I'll leave this world loving you. You can take everything but my memories, all the good ones, they'll see me through. If we never meet again, I love you forever. I'll leave this world loving you. You were mine for a time, and I'm thankful. Oh, but life would be so lonesome without you. If we never meet again this side of heaven, I'll leave this world loving you. I'll leave this world loving you.
fucking beautiful. Well done, Nathan.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Oh, I saw a commentator said up the Knights, so fuck yeah, up the Knights.
Mate, that was outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. We'll get Cody and King back in here, but man, holy shit. That was something else. That was top level. Well done, Nathan.
Thank you.
Well done, Nathan.
Thank you very
That
much.
Absolutely outstanding, man. Absolutely outstanding. Well done, mate. Really appreciate you coming on and singing those two outstanding songs. You're a true legend, Nathan.
That's all right, mate. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the 100th episode of the Breakdown Podcast. This is a huge occasion for Nick and the gang, and I hope you guys enjoy the show, and I hope everyone, yeah.
Mate, thank you very much. We appreciate it. The live chat really enjoyed it as well, by the sound of it. So, congratulations, mate, and all the best with your music. I know you've got a gig coming up. I think you told me a few weeks away? A few months?
I've got one coming up on the 24th of September. This Saturday, I'll be playing at a charity event for the world's greatest shave. So that would be very exciting. So yeah.
It's outstanding, mate. Well, thank you very much. All the best with it. And mate, I'll see you on The Voice probably in the next 2 years.
Oh, maybe. Hopefully. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Nathan.
Thank you.
All right. Well, there goes Nathan. I'm still not sure where ProEnzo is, but he shouldn't be too far away. And Lufa's having some internet drama, so hopefully Lufa is here soon. Fanatics is saying that there's problems with the live chat. I haven't seen anything, but anyway, Cody, let's just get into the program tonight. First of all, how are you, bro? How you been?
Yeah, I've been very well, Nick. I can't believe it's already episode 100 of the podcast. Very exciting.
Oh, mate, it's honestly it's an achievement. And you know what? Before we even get into the podcast, before we even get into the topics, I want to go through a bit of history with the Rugby League Breakdown podcast. And I just want to say, everyone that has been a co-host of the show ever since it started, I just want to say thank you very much for being a co-host in the past. Now, I have definitely had a few co-hosts over the years. Now, I just want to say as well, ProEnzo Vidz has been here since day one. Now, me and ProEnzo started the podcast. Originally, it was my idea. I invited Lorenzo to be the co-host with me. And from episode 1 to episode 100, Lorenzo has been the co-host with me. Sure, there's been a few occasions where he's missed the podcast, but that's just life sometimes. Now, when the podcast first started, the first couple of podcasts, it was just me and Lorenzo. Then we had Warriors NRL Fanatics join us as a co-host on a regular basis for a while. And then obviously he had some other commitments, so he obviously stood down as co-host. Then we had Sam Revel as co-host. So look, I haven't interacted with Sam Revel for quite some time now, and look, I just want to say to Sam Revel, if he's watching this or if he's aware of this, I'm sure he would be aware of this. I just want to thank Sam Revel as well for being a co-host of the podcast for an extended period of time. He obviously, I think at the time, he may have got a job somewhere and it sort of interfered with the podcast. So Sam Revel obviously went in a different direction. So I want to say congratulations and thank you to Sam Revel as well for being a member of the Breakdown podcast for a period of time as well. And then after Sam Revel, we moved on to All Out Champa. All Out Champa was a very good co-host as well. Champa was fine. Champa was a great co-host. Obviously, he had other commitments as well. I just need to go to the live chat for a moment. and
We have a
block somebody. Remind me. Apologies about that. Anyway, so yes, we had all that Champa for quite some time as well, and he was fantastic. And then we had CJ for a while, and obviously CJ has moved on due to other reasons. So we've been through some co-hosts, and they've all been fantastic. I can't say anything bad about them. They were all great co-hosts. So thank you very much to all them. So I really appreciate that. I think we've got the King back here now. The King, are you there? Oh, there he is.
Yeah, brother. Sorry, just got caught up in something.
That's all right, bro.
Won't go into it.
I just want to say thank you very much to all the co-hosts, you know, from ProEnzo to Warriors Fanatics to Sam Revel to All Out Champa to CJ Moxley. Thank you very much for your dedication to the podcast in the past. Anyway, let's get into the podcast. We've got a lot to talk about tonight, and we probably
Let's fucking get into it, Nicky Bear.
We probably won't get into everything, but we'll try to get into a lot of it. First thing I want to start with, South Sydney. The dramas at South Sydney. It's chaos. It is absolutely chaos at the Bunnies. Cody, you would have more of an idea than most of us. What's your take on the whole situation at South Sydney? Sam Burgess is no longer there. John Morris is going to the Tigers. What the hell's going on with the Bunnies?
Yeah, I honestly don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I mean, there's clearly some drama and tension between one of the staff coach and all that. Like, I'm sure JD is trying to sort it out, but now we heard that Sam Burgess has been relieved of his coaching duties as a assistant coach along with John Morris. It's a shock, but fuck, I don't know what's going on, honestly.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's absolutely crazy. And King, mate, what's your opinion? What the hell happened there? King, what's your take on the whole? What's your take on the whole thing at Souths with the whole Burgess and John Morris situation?
Mate, it's pretty sad to see two legends of the rugby league game getting treated so poorly. And then you have the rift at training, Latrell, Walker, Jairo, and Cameron Murray. Fuck, that can't be good for your club, mate. I think I wouldn't be surprised if we see either Walker, Murray, Latrell, or Jairo leave the club.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. Do you think do you boys think the Rabbitohs coach Jason Dimitrov is losing the locker room?
Oh, yeah, I think he's already lost it, the stupid old cunt. I mean, look, he was liking them posts on Instagram. he liked a comment on Instagram that said, oh, we had Jacob Host and Liam Knight playing. I'm surprised we didn't lose by more. And he actually liked the comment. So, I mean, what type of coach would do that?
What kind of coach does that?
It's not a good look for the club, and I don't know. It seems like kind of like they are losing their direction, even on field. Because I mean, you have Lachlan Ilias, who he's not playing too well, and Latrell Mitchell I love him, but he's just playing really lazy.
Yeah, look. Every single one of them Rabbitoh players that have been reported to be lazy or not be on board with everything, they're all freakish players, man. Like they're all guns, all of them. Even Lachlan Ilias. I know he's not in the greatest of form, but gee, Lachlan Ilias, when he's on, he's a hell of a player.
Yeah,
man.
bro. He's a freak, eh?
It's just a shame what's going on there. Look, it's hard for us to really comment on the whole thing because looking outside, I think it's more of a it's a culture problem for me. It's a culture issue. Now, I'm not going to blame Latrell Mitchell. It's not Latrell's fault.
Nah.
I'm not going to blame it all on Latrell. But do you think it's a good look for Latrell to be at a concert midweek, sculling beers on stage, and then playing like shit 4 days later? Is that a good look?
Nah, bro.
No, it's definitely not.
Terrible look.
Cody,
Horrible.
let me ask you a question. How does it make
Yeah.
you feel that your club is in turmoil?
I feel disgusted about what's going on with them. I mean, we've done so well before till just after Magic round, and now we've just gone downhill, bearing on falling out of the top 8.
Mate, it's just...
Yeah.
And with the squad you have, I mean, let's be honest. You should be in the 4, you could argue.
Yeah. I mean, majority of everyone had the Bunnies in the top 4, even myself, and to win the grand or make the grand final.
I question the fitness of the squad. I'll be honest, man. Some of them South players, they look a bit chubby.
And apparently, some of them just finished training early, too early, and they don't train that much throughout the week.
Boys,
It's just not a good sign.
If South Sydney go on to miss the top 8, it'll be one of the biggest disasters I've ever seen. They were literally, I think they were in the top 4 going into Magic round. They were first on the ladder. They won 8 in a row. We were all talking about, it's going to be a South Penrith grand final, easy. And then all this has just happened. Souths have been very average since State of Origin. Maybe the State of Origin impact where players are just fatigued, but it's not even that for me. It's like the whole culture of the club. It's a mess. It's a huge mess. Unbelievable.
I think Russell Crowe needs to come in at head coach.
Head coach.
Oh,
I think he needs to come in and do something.
He needs to do something, but head coach, that's taking it to the next level.
I don't know about head coach. I think maybe he needs to come in and get everyone in place.
I mean, come on. At least he won't be liking those posts. Bring him in for
true.
A culture day or something.
Yeah, that wouldn't hurt. I mean, that can't hurt. Anyway, question. Obviously, next week, Rabbitohs and Roosters will play, and if Rabbitohs lose, they probably miss the 8, obviously. Obviously, depending on the Cowboys as well. If they win on Friday, they could overtake South Sydney next week, depending on that Roosters game. Do Souths play finals, or are they missing it?
Rabbits will still play the finals. Fuck the Roosters.
Yeah, all right.
No.
What do you reckon?
No,
Are they making the 8?
Rabbitohs. No. They're in shambles, bro. The Rabbitohs, I don't want to say this. Right now, they are a failed society. They're fucked.
Oh, ouch. Brutal. Look, I'm going to say...
I love rabbits, but fuck.
Look, I know it's extremely hard to tip a team to play finals when they're having all these dramas. But I'm actually going to go out on a limb and say South sneak in the top 8. They hold on to that spot. But in saying that, if I miss it, I would not be surprised, considering the whole situation.
Shout out CJ Moxley in the chat. You can still make it, bro.
Shout out to Moxley.
Hope so.
Shout out to Moxley. Now let's get into some rumors that have been
Shout out to Kyle
out.
Flanagan in the chat too.
Kyle Flanagan. Let's just get into this now. Some news broke this afternoon. Again, this could be fake news. It's been reported by David Riccio that a former Parramatta Eels back rower, Isaiah Papali'i, could be heading back to the Eels from the Tigers. Now, if you remember this, Papali'i was actually very hesitant whether to go to the West Tigers or not, and he ended up going. He tried to get a backflip. He tried to backflip the deal, but he seems to be wanting to go back to the Eels. King, would you take Papali'i back to the Eels or what?
Absolutely, man. He's a great player. I think his form has obviously gone down a bit since joining the Tigers, but he's still been one of their best. And I mean, his home's at Parramatta. Let's be honest. It'd be tricky what to do in the back row because we have Lane, Cartwright, even Madison. There's a spot for him in the 13.
Look, I think if Parramatta can make it happen, I think it's what you need. I think that's one thing Parramatta have lacked all season. They lost Papali'i, and Sean Lane's been injured for a lot of the season, and then Jack Murphy didn't really work out, and then you had Matt Dury who
No.
didn't work out. Cartwright's been a shining light in the back row, but if you can get Papali'i back, I reckon that's a great back row. Papali'i and Cartwright and bring maybe Sean Lane off the bench. I think that's really good for the Eels.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, it
Cody?
could be good because
What do you reckon?
on the bench we could also have Madison and Lane.
Yeah, I like it. What do you think, Cody? Do you think Papali'i back to the Eels would be a good thing for his career?
Yeah, I think him going back to the Eels would definitely help his career. I mean, going to this year, Storms went down low with a shit club. I mean, I don't blame him. Who wants to be at the fucking Tigers the way that they are at the moment?
Oh, all right.
Yeah, but no seriousness. I definitely think it'll be a great fit back to Para.
Now, speaking of
Yeah.
the West Tigers, they have just announced the signing of former Titans and Raiders halfback and former Leeds Rhinos halfback and Huddersfield halfback, Aiden Caesar. Aiden Caesar's going to the West Tigers. I think this is great for the West Tigers, to be honest with you. The Kings just cut out. I'm sure he'll be back. Aiden Caesar to the West Tigers. I think this is a great pickup for the Tigers. What do you think, Cody?
Yeah, this came out of nowhere, but yeah, I definitely think the Tigers definitely need a quality halfback because they don't really have one at the moment.
No, you're right. I definitely need someone. I mean, obviously Luke Brooks has been the Tigers halfback since 2014. They need a change, and I think getting Aiden Caesar to the club, he'll bring experience, he'll bring leadership, he'll bring quality. Obviously, everyone here knows I watch the UK Super League. I watch it very closely. I've been keeping a bit of a close eye on Aiden Caesar. Look, I wouldn't say he was. Look, I wouldn't say Caesar has gone to the UK and dominated and been like a top 3 halfback over there, but he's definitely doing a good enough job. So I think he'll be good for the Tigers. They need a game manager, and Luke Brooks is more of a runner for me. He's more of a 6, more than a 7. So I think it's a great buy for the Tigers. Do you think Aiden Caesar can get them off the bottom of the ladder, though? Like, you think with him at halfback, the Tigers can avoid the wooden spoon? Cody?
Yeah, they can definitely improve, but probably not too far up the ladder because they'll need more quality players first, other than just a quality halfback.
So you reckon Tigers could go from, say, 17 to like 14th, 13th?
Yeah, highest about 12, but not that high.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, let's move on from the West Tigers and let's get into some other breaking news that we learnt yesterday, that Ryan Pappenhausen will be returning this weekend for the Melbourne Storm up against the Gold Coast Titans. Now, it's a Saturday 3 o'clock game. They probably bring Pappenhausen off the bench and bring him into the game either late in the first half or late in the second half. Do you think bringing Ryan Pappenhausen back now is a good thing, or would you have waited until next season? What's your take on this Pappenhausen return?
It's really tough to say if it was the right time to bring him, but it's close to finals. Melbourne, they're closing in to secure the top 4, but I think bring him back might have been a bit too early, but probably bring him back for the finals would have worked better. But it's been a long time since he's played an NRL game.
Yeah. No, you're right. Look, this is going to sound extremely controversial, but I reckon Melbourne are taking a massive gamble here and bringing Pappenhausen back right now. We are literally 2 weeks until the NRL final series. You're bringing him back late. You're bringing him back very late. I get he's played 3 games of Queensland Cup, and that's obviously great. Good on him. But to be bringing a player back from a serious injury where he was out for well over a year, bringing him back 2 weeks before finals, he's going to be very underdone. It's a huge gamble to bring him back now. Unless he's going to play the bench role and come on and play a bit of 14, maybe a bit of fullback. I don't know, man. I don't like the rotation of this. I'm a little bit worried about it. I think if he came back in round 20 or round 22, that would have been enough time for him to get ready for the final series. But is he going to be physically prepared for a big final series where teams are going to target him very, very strongly? Now, my judgment and my concern could be wrong. He could just come straight back in at fullback, have a blinder, 3 tries, 2 try assists, and he could be the missing piece to what Melbourne need to be a contender in this competition. But I think bringing him back this close to the final series, he's going to be very underdone, and match fitness is not going to be there at all. So I'm a little bit concerned, Cody.
Yeah, fair enough. But we just have to wait and see if he will be playing this Saturday.
Yeah, I think he'll play. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't play. Now, let's get on to some more news. And let's get in to the situation over the weekend. Manly and the Warriors. We all know what happened there. It was 22-all with about, 8 minutes to go, I think it was. And there was a charge down. Ruben Garrick jumped up for the ball, landed on his back. No penalty. It was deemed as not dangerous. Landed on his back. Now, apparently Ruben Garrick's got a fractured back, but he's named to play this weekend. So that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Unless you can play with a fractured back and you have injections. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but Ruben Garrick, Cody, do you think that was a penalty on the weekend, or do you think the NRL got it right?
I'm split down the middle with this decision, honestly. Yes, in a way, it was dangerous, but yeah, the same way is it wasn't on his neck or something. It was just on his back. But I'm just split down the middle with this one, honestly.
See, how I see it, when someone's going for a field goal, if it's charged down by the other team and they are running up for the ball, look, Ruben Garrick, he got himself in a bad situation. He jumped up for the ball. Unfortunately, he got cut down by Charles Nickel-Klukstad and landed on his back. So, was Ruben Garrick put in a vulnerable position? I would say he was. So, therefore, it would be a penalty. But it's such a weird one because is it a dangerous tackle? Probably not, but it was definitely dangerous on how he landed. Look, for me, I'm going to say play on, no penalty. But I can understand why a lot of Manly people are upset. I can understand because it's a very weird one because I have never seen a charge down and then a player pick up the ball and then get hit in the air like that and land on his back. I don't think I've ever seen it. Maybe 15 years ago, I don't remember anything. I don't remember it. So, look, it's a tough call, but I think the NRL got it right, Cody. I reckon they got it right, 100% right.
Yeah, fair enough. And like I said, I'm 50-50 on the decision, but it was a really, really tough call.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely a tough call. Now, let's move on to Tevita Pangai Jr. Were you shocked by this?
Yeah, it came out of nowhere. Completely shocked.
We spoke about it. We spoke a little bit about Tevita Pangai Jr. last week. Now, we won't get into Tevita going to boxing because we spoke about it last week, but I want to talk about what Tevita said the other night when he was interviewed by Channel 9. Tevita Pangai Jr. came out and said that he apparently never loved the game. Are you surprised about them comments? He said he was forced to play by his parents because all of the Polynesian lads, apparently all they do was just play footy. Are you surprised about what Tevita said?
Yeah, that was a shock. I mean, I think he's had a pretty decent career, but for him to come out like that, it's just disrespectful, disrespecting the game that he played for so many years.
Yeah, look, I'm very surprised about what he said. Look, I think Tevita, I think there's a lot of fake news about all those comments. I mean, a lot of it's taken out of context. Do you think Tevita will come back? Do you think he'll come back to the NRL one day?
Well, after what he said, I believe he won't.
It doesn't sound like he'll come back, does it? From what he said the other day.
No.
Look, I'm going to make a bold call and say Tevita will be back within 2 years.
Fair enough.
I don't think you can play the game for this long and say that you didn't love the game. Like, I find that hard to believe. Like, if you didn't love the game, you wouldn't go to training. You wouldn't go. You wouldn't do it unless you're doing it for money, which I think is pretty poor. But
yeah.
I reckon we'll see Tevita return. I really do. Now, on to this other news. Everyone keeps talking about it in the chat. I've noticed Corey Oates apparently might be going to the Newcastle Knights. Look, with all due respect, I think it's absolute BS, fake news. I don't think Corey Oates is going anywhere because Herbie's leaving, so they'll have probably Jesse Arthurs take his spot next year. And then if Corey Oates left, who's going to play on the wing? What, are they going to go with Mariner? Are they going to go with Pereira? I just don't see it. Corey Oates, I think he will stay at the Broncos, but can you see him going to Newcastle, Cody? I know they're losing Dom Young, but can you see it?
No, I don't see it happening. I think all the rumours is completely bullshit. It's all fake. But I think he'll stay at the Broncos.
Yeah, I'll be very surprised if he leaves the Broncos. You know, a bit like a few other players in the past, it would be very weird. It would be extremely weird to see Corey Oates in a different NRL jersey.
Mm.
It'd be very weird. I can't imagine it. I just can't picture Corey Oates in a different NRL jersey. But hey, who the hell knows these days, man? Rumors get out and you see rumors and you all start thinking the worst. And yeah, blah, blah, blah. You name it. All right. Let's get into the game show. Let's get into the game show for tonight. Now, Cody, obviously Lorenzo isn't here, so you're going to be by yourself tonight for the game show. We will see how you go. What we'll do, I'll give you 5 questions, and we'll see how many that you can get. Let me just change the theme of the letters. Oh, there we go. So 5 questions, and we'll see how you go. Let me just remove Lorenzo because he's not here tonight. All right. Cody, are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
All right, let's see how you go tonight. Question number 1. Last time the Dolphins and Cowboys played, the Dolphins won the match 32-22. The Dolphins outside back scored the first try. Who was the first try scorer?
Outside back. Ooh. Was it Herman Sasa?
No. That's a forward. Outside
Oh,
back for the Dolphins.
I won the 7. Oh, shit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one?
Oh, 5. Okay. Was the Hammer?
Unlucky. Jermaine Asako. Jermaine Osako. All right, so that's 0 for 1. Not the best start, but that's all right. All right, next question. In round 27 of the NRL next weekend, who did the Gold Coast play last round?
The Bulldogs.
Oh, well done. Well done. That was an easy one. I didn't think you were going to get it. I thought you might have went with someone else, but you must have done your homework on the draw. All right.
Right.
In round 1 of the NRL this year, the Newcastle Knights played who?
Oh, the Warriors.
Oh, well done. Another one right. Not bad. 2 out of 3. Going well here. You only got the one wrong, and that was the first one, so that's all right. In round 1 of this year, the Broncos beat the Panthers. What was the score?
Well, I believe it was the same as the Super League, the World Club Challenge against the Helens, 13-12.
Yeah, well done. Once again, brilliant. Fucking hell, you're on a roll here. All right, last question. I'll give you a tough one. All right. Oh, this will be a good one. Right. In round 1 of this year, the Rabbitohs beat the Sharks 27 points to 18. For the Cronulla Sharks, who was their first try scorer?
Sharks' first try scorer.
I'll give you 2 cracks.
Was it William Kennedy?
Incorrect. One more chance.
Who else playing? Was it Jesse Ramian?
Nah, Braden Trindle.
I would not have got that.
Braden Trindle. All right, all good. So you got 3 out of 5. You did pretty well.
Yeah,
You're
same as last week.
Yeah, 3 out of 5. All right. Let's get into the NRL round 26 tips. Let's get into who we're tipping this weekend in the NRL. Let's rip into it. Some great games this weekend, some huge games as well. Tomorrow night, Panthers versus Eels from Penrith Stadium. Grand final rematch from last year. Who do you like in this one, Panthers or Eels?
Panthers will secure that minor premiership. Panthers 13+.
Yeah, I think Panthers 13+ as well. That'd be too good for the Eels tomorrow night. Friday night footy, the early game, 6 o'clock. Warriors Dragons from Mount Smart Stadium.
Yeah, I think this game's going to be competitive, just like we saw from Dragons against Melbourne last week. I'll go Warriors to win 1-12 by 10.
Yeah. I'll go Warriors 13+, but Dragons will be in it for a while. Friday night, 8 o'clock at Suncorp Stadium. Dolphins, Cowboys, and I might as well let you guys know again, if you are going to be at Suncorp Stadium Friday night, I will be there as well, getting around the Cowboys, cheering on the lads. So if you see me at the game Friday night, feel free to come say hello, and I'll get you in the vlog and all that, say hello. So if you see me there, I'll be in Bay 317 Friday night. Should be a good time. Dolphins, Cowboys, Cody.
Yeah, Cowboys. They should definitely bounce back. They've lost 3 in a row now. So I'll go Cowboys to win 1-12 by 12.
Yeah, look, I think it'll be 1-12 as well. Look, the Dolphins are a dangerous team, especially this time of year. They got nothing to play for, really. So Cowboys to win 1-12 should be a good game, though. Super Saturday, the 3 o'clock game. We got Melbourne versus Gold Coast at Amy Park. Seems pretty straightforward, doesn't it?
Yeah, Melbourne 13+. Fuck the Titans.
Yeah, Melbourne fucking 40+. Saturday, 5:30, middle game, Allianz Stadium. Roosters, Tigers. How do you see this?
Yeah, I'm actually going to go on the low end. Roosters to win by 6.
By 6.
Yeah, I think it will be a very, very close game.
I'll go Roosters 13 plus. I can't see the West Tigers winning. If they do, it'll be a miracle. But yeah, Roosters 13 plus. Saturday night, 7:35 in Canberra. We've got the Raiders and the Broncos. Big game, this one.
Yeah, Broncos, they have won in Canberra since 2017, so I'm going to go 1-12 by 8.
Yeah, I'll go Broncos 1-12. They'll be winning against the Raiders, I think, on Saturday night. Sunday at 12 o'clock, the game that has absolutely no meaning to it at all. Bulldogs versus Manly. Flip a coin.
Yeah, flip of a coin. This one, Manly have got a terrible, terrible record out of core. But surely they win this one, 1-12.
Look, I'm going to go Manly simply because of Daly Cherry Evans. There'll be nothing in this. Manly 1-12.
Yep.
And the final game of the round, we've got the Newcastle Knights up against the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. Game of the round, you'd think. Knights win, they play finals. It's a big game. Sharks win, well, they will secure a home final. So a lot at stake. How do you see it, Knights or Sharks?
Yeah, after what they did to my boys last week, got to go Newcastle 1-12.
Newcastle have won 7 in a row, and they're absolutely flying at the moment. But I'm going to go the Sharks.
All right.
Sharks in Golden Point, 1-12 for the Sharks. So, Sharks to win that. Anyway, Cody, anything else you want to say before we wrap up the show tonight?
I'm just glad that episode 100's finally happened, and can't wait till we get to 150.
150 or 200, and then it just continues to
1,000.
go bigger and bigger and better. But it's been a fantastic show tonight. Thank you very much for coming on, Cody. I appreciate your time tonight. It means a lot.
Yeah, no worries. I'm glad to be on. I'll be happy to come on again sometime in the future.
No worries. Well, thank you very much to everyone that tuned in. We had a fantastic crowd here tonight. It's been a great show. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you guys enjoyed the stream, if you guys enjoyed the content, then don't forget to leave a like on the stream. Subscribe to the channel. Would really appreciate that. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been a phenomenal show. Once again, I just want to say thank you very much to all the co-hosts in the past. You know, thank you to ProEnzo Vidz, as always. Obviously, he couldn't be here tonight, but ProEnzo is a true living legend. So shout out to ProEnzo Vidz. Thank you to Warriors NRL Fanatics as well. He was a great co-host in the past. Thank you to Sam Revel as well for his time in the past as well, for coming on as a co-host. All that Champa, true living legend, and to CJ as well. Thank you all for taking the time to be a member of the Breakdown Podcast. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Have a phenomenal night. And before we go, I'm just going to replay some of the old intros from the Rugby League Breakdown Podcast. Until next time, guys, peace out. Have a fantastic Wednesday night. Enjoy some of the old intros. Here we go. Good night. How are we, lads? ProEnzo Vidz, CJ Moxley. All right, we're just walking in now. And Dragons, and the Bulldogs come back.